Good morning and welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. Yeah, I'm back in the saddle. Here I am. Whew. I had a quick trip. Well, it wasn't really a quick trip, it was an overnight to the South Bay. See, I got my bangs trimmed for those of you who weren't watching yesterday. I may cut my hair back short again. I don't know, but for now, I'm leaving it exactly the way it is. So, I forgot to take my meds this morning. Shame on me after going to all the way to LA to the doctor yesterday. He thinks maybe whatever's wrong with me has to do with living in the desert because last night I slept in Hermosa Beach and I woke up without a headache. I had no headache during the night. I didn't wake up all congested. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting that I moved here and got my sunshine and maybe got allergies on top of it. Who knows? So it's Friday. So for some of you, that means that in a few hours, the weekend will be starting. For some of you who are retired, it's just another day of a very, very long weekend that never ends. And for some of you who are totally overworked, you're just going to work right through as if it wasn't a weekend at all. So, whatever you choose to do it with a cup of coffee in the morning. I got something new from I shouldn't even give it a plug because I understand it's really hard to find from the company that I had my coffee additive in the morning to make me a little healthier and get my hair all shiny and stuff. It's got a little bit of chocolate in it, just a touch. And I got to tell you, I don't usually like flavored coffee. It's not coffee, it's the stuff you put in your coffee. Anyway, it's kind of tasty, not going to lie. Good morning, Indy. Shall we move back to the beach? Oh, Indy would do that in a minute, but he'd want to go down south and I'd want to go up north. So I don't know that that's going to work at all. It's happy birthday to Richard Scarry. Do you know who Richard Scarry is? If you don't and you have any children or grandchildren, shame on you. You should know he wrote over 300 children's books. He's so prolific, or was so prolific, and so awesome. Yeah, he wrote these giant books of things that move or things that sing. I don't know. He just wrote he's got all these little tiny pictures and they're so interesting and there's so much going on. His books all look like the inside of my studio. An explosion of colors and things and excitement, and I love Richard Scarry. And they're not really stories, by the way, or at least if they are, I never read the stories. They're busy books. Yeah, busy books. And the fits. Maybe some of them are stories. I don't know. It's the last day of April. April showers bring May flowers. We did not get a lot of rain here where I am. I know some of you got tons of rain, and that means you're going to have tons of flowers. And you'll sell them to the stores in California, and I'll put them in vases, and we'll all enjoy them. So it's all good, right? Yeah, it's all good. Um, I'm in the middle of this game I've been playing. It's something with blocks. It's kind of you have to fit these blocks in a certain way and clear the spaces and fit in all these different shapes. I forgot what it's called. It's something blocks. And you get your total, your high total for the month. And I only have today to beat my high total. I had this total of like 2,000 and I was so excited because it was like the best I'd ever done. I was really excited. And then there was this little button where you look and see how you compare to everybody else. And there were people who were doing like 50,000. So I'm kind of a failure at it, but I'm enjoying the game anyway. And besides, it was a good break from Candy Crush, which I'm kind of addicted to. You know what I mean? So I just got back from 2 days of totally relating. I mean, in the course of 2 days, I saw my children, my grandchild, 2 of my godchildren. We had such a great lunch yesterday. Saw my niece, saw my friend Jeff. We went out to a fabulous dinner of giggles and laughs, and I love to giggle and laugh. And lunch was the same way. But you know what? It's interesting that when I go to lunch with my son and daughter and my godkids and my grandkid, I'm I know you won't believe this, but I'm actually quieter because I so enjoy listening to their repartee that I spend more time listening because they're so funny and they make me laugh. Yeah. It's Arbor Day. Go plant a tree. It's Bugs Bunny Day. Do you know that Bugs Bunny has been around since the 30s? Yeah, and I know some of you think of Porky Pig and Elmer Fudd when you think of it, but it was Bugs Bunny who originally, well, it was Mel Blanc who did Bugs Bunny's voice, but it was Bugs Bunny who originally ended every Looney Tunes and every Merry Melodies cartoons. Yeah, what's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? And he'd take a bite of his carrot, right? Yeah, but it was yeah. Oh, those were the days, huh? When I really liked cartoons. I don't like them anymore, but it's Honesty Day. Whoa. Do you remember that movie about the guy who couldn't tell a lie? He got into a lot of trouble. So it's okay. It's okay to like take the truth and make it softer. Okay, you don't have to be mean just because you're honest. Hey, does this make my butt look big? Yeah, you cow. No, no, no. You can say, well, no, no, it doesn't make your butt look big, honey. You have a big butt. You know what I mean? You don't have to say that part. You could just say, no, it doesn't. Be honest, but be kind. International Jazz Day. They don't come any better than I talk about him all the time. Paul Smith, jazz pianist, no longer with us, sad to say. His daughter, my BFF from high school, posted a wonderful picture of her and him together on Facebook last week. It was nice. He played with Benny Goodman. He played with Ella Fitzgerald. He played with Sammy Davis Jr. He played well with others. And what can I say? He was a great guy. It's National Bubble Tea Day. And I thought, oh, that would be something really cool. I wonder what it is. I didn't know if it was like t-shirts that were bubbles or tea that had bubbles in it. Bubble, it's just another way of saying boba. You know, it's that stuff that's like this little white balls that are in the tea. I just it just doesn't appeal to me, the thought of it. Maybe if I tried it, I would like it, but yeah. It's it's Mr. Potato Head Day. Do you remember playing with Mr. Potato Head? That was like the best, right? It was so cool. So, craft idea. I used to do this with Max when he was little, and he'd come over. I'd get us both potatoes, and then I'd get these crafty things and stuff from around the house. And we would make our own Mr. Potato Heads out of regular potatoes. We used, oh, I'll find the picture. It's around somewhere. We did some of the cutest potatoes, especially with colored pipe cleaners and yeah. We made our own. And it was fun. Yeah. We did not eat them. Do not eat Mr. Potato Head. It would be rude. It is also, and this one is important, it is National Oatmeal Cookie Day. I love my oatmeal cookies. Now, you notice I said my oatmeal cookies because I don't love all oatmeal cookies because some people put raisins in their oatmeal cookies, and I do not like raisins in my oatmeal cookies. Do not like them. Here's what I put in mine, and that's why I love them so much. I put in walnuts, chocolate chips, a little bit of coconut, walnuts, chocolate chips, a little bit of coconut. I think that might be all. But they're so good. So good. And they're crunchy. I like crunchy. A little bit of soft on the middle because I like that kind of cakey feel in the middle, but crunchy everywhere else. And here's my big secret. I keep them in the freezer and I eat them straight out of the freezer. I love them that way. It is Scoop the Poop Week. It is Scoop the Poop Week. Yeah. Okay, so I was reading about this. I know, because one of my jobs here is we have 3 small dogs. Thank goodness they're small, but we have 3, and that means there's a lot of poop in the backyard if you don't scoop the poop. I don't mind my job. I know some people hate it, but I wear like these a plastic glove, and it was great during the pandemic. Well, it taught me how to take off gloves when we wore them during the pandemic. Oops, I should put up here, to roll them up and over so you never touch the yucky part of the glove. Otherwise, why wear a glove, right? But I did learn something, and this was kind of important. The best way to dispose of dog poop is to put it down the toilet. No bag, just the poop, right? That is the best number one way to dispose of dog poop is flush it away. But do not, get this, it's important, do not flush cat poop, just dog poop. Cat poop can contain parasites that are very dangerous to humans. So throw it away, throw it away, bag it and throw it away, or, like with, okay, this is a crappy conversation and we're going to move on. Did you know that this is the day years ago that Adolf Hitler committed suicide? I guess that makes it a good day all by itself, doesn't it? It is also the day that Tom Hanks married Rita Wilson. And I don't usually mention things like that, except that that's a Hollywood marriage that seems to work because they're still together. George Washington was inaugurated today. Well, not today, but back then on this day. And Hawaii became a US territory. I mean, come on. We got to celebrate that. It's one of my favorite places to go. Not just because it's beautiful there, because where I live, it's beautiful. And I can go to the beach in LA like I did yesterday, but you can wear muumuu. Yeah. It's like wearing your pajamas all day long. You can be so comfy. It's hard for me to do this with my sore fingers. I'm going back next week to get a shot in my trigger finger. But just hang loose, bro. You know what I mean? Hang loose, bro. Okay, so I have a question for you to think about. Does the weekend feel more or less like a weekend than it used to? Are you back at work? Are your kids back at school? Is Friday starting to seem like TGIF again? Is life starting to get back to normal for you? Post some stuff about how you're feeling about these things. Some things that changed, we don't really want to change back, do we? What are some of those things? I would love to hear your feelings about that, so I'd like to do something with that. The word art today says, where there's a will, there's a win. Now, you're all used to hearing where there's a will, there's a way. Yes, there's always a way. But if you really have the will to have something happen, there's a win involved. There is a win involved. It may not look exactly the way you expected it to, but believe me, in the long run, when you look back on it, there is a win. So here's how you do that. First, check in with yourself. Is this something you really want and really need? Is it in your highest possible affinity? Is it going to make a positive difference for you and or others and or the planet? I mean, if you want somebody dead, I hope it doesn't happen. But is this something that's going to make a positive difference on the planet that you really, really care about? So check in. Check in, and if you decide it is, choose it. Like, I choose it. Declare it. I say this is what's going to happen. Declare it. Decide on it, and then declare it. And then commit to it. Like, I am going to make this happen. I am going to have this happen in my life. And then focus on it. That's the F word, focus. Focus. I'm watching you. Yeah, focus on it. And then the key. So this is so far kind of like The Secret, right? Kind of similar in some ways, but here's where it's different. Get into action. It's all about the action. Don't wait for life to happen to you or for you. Make it happen. It's your life. Grab it. Grab it by the back legs and swing it around and own it. It's your life. Make it happen your way. Yeah. And do it with a sip and a smile. And my giggle mug. Good morning. I see the assassins have failed. Go out there and have a great Friday. And if it's a weekend for you, make it the beginning of the best weekend you've ever had. And then top it next week. But for right now, make it the best. See you tomorrow. See you on Saturday.